Hey everybody, happy Friday. Welcome to the All About Favorite channel. I'm your host, Pastor KZ. Thank you so much for watching. All my subscribers, thank you for your continued support. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Won't cost you a dime, y'all. It's free. Comment and like the video at the end of it and share it with other people. Now, my attire all this week have been shades of pink because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So take care of yourself, ladies, and go and get your mammogram. This week's shows have been dedicated to the ladies because the women have written emails and these are some of the most requested topics they would like for me to discuss. Next week, I would continue the same, but only I would do some most requested topics from the men. You all know that there's a contest going on regarding Pastor KZ. Look at video from Monday or Tuesday, and you will be able to see what the stipulations are. But you all have been sending me emails at walkinfavor61@yahoo.com, and y'all are way off on my birth month. So I'm gonna do something that someone suggested I do. Pastor KZ, please just give us the month. Here we go. This queen was born in October. How about that? This queen was born in October. Let's get busy here. Y'all, it's time that you cut some people off. Anybody agree with me? There comes a time in your life when you just have to cut people off. Ladies, this is what you were saying. You going on and on and on in these relationships, but the time has come where it's, you know what? I just got to cut you. I got to let you go. Sometimes people find themselves involved in toxic or one-sided relationships. You might be with a narcissist or a gaslighter. It might not start off that way because you know what? Let's keep it real, ladies. Men can show themselves in a certain light as long as they need to get you. And usually the real person begins to come out after, 90 days, the real person begins to show. So when you say he changed, chances are he did. Because men know how to be on their best behavior initially in order to get you. I know men, women do the same. We talking about y'all this week. So men know how to show themselves in a positive light. In other words, they know how to be good boys to get you. And then once they get you, and the first sign of unacceptable behavior they display, ladies, you don't check them right then. Now, you ignore it, or you say, well, I'm just going to ignore he did that. I'm going to just see. I'm going to throw something out. Do you ignore this simply because you're desperate for him? Are you desperate for a man? You desperate for love? Why? And then you ignore it one time and it continues to go on. He continues to say little slick things out of his mouth. He continues to put you down. He continues to try to show off, or when he get in around his friends or around the family, he say little negative, slick things about you. He keeps doing this over and over. That's a man who don't like you. He really don't. That's a man who don't respect you. Because a man who really cares about you and loves you, he would not try to embarrass you in front of people. He would not say things in public or try to, as like we like to say, you trying to show out now. So he doesn't really like you. But again, I keep saying this, you got to own your part of this. You allowed him to do it one time. Now he continues to do this stuff because you didn't check him. Why? Why are you allowing him to treat you so bad? Why are you around here crying? You writing all of these emails. You going on all of these blogs talking about how bad men are, how bad they've done you. But you have not stopped him. You got to stop that behavior dead in its tracks and let him know and establish boundaries. You will not speak to me this way. You will not call me the B word. You will not call me out my name. You will not put your hands on me. You got to let a man know up front, this is what will be tolerated. And those things are not allowed. You're not going to curse me. You're not going to curse me out. You're not going to call me names. You're not going to put your hands on me. You got to let them know straight away, straight up. This not going to go on. Now, so you got to establish boundaries and you got to check them right up front. But again, are you afraid he's going to ghost you? If you tell him, look, man, I don't like the way you handle me like that. I don't like the way you spoke to me. You know, if there's something I've said or done that you don't like, let's talk about it in private. But that what you did was foul. You don't check me in front of your friends and family like that. You don't get me out in public and stuff like that and act crazy like that and yelling at me and stuff. That's unacceptable. It's nothing wrong with saying that, ladies. I know some of you ladies say, well, if I say that, he'll leave me. Well, let him walk. Maybe he wasn't for you. If you are so desperate for love that you will tolerate a man putting his hands on you, calling you out of your name, then it's something you lacking. It's something about you inside. You don't feel good about yourself. You don't feel like you worth more. Let him ghost you. Let him find somebody else. And you're afraid, well, I'll be alone. No, you won't. But see, you're telling me what I'm hearing from this is that you don't have self-love, which means, you know what, it's good that he left. Now that gives you an opportunity to work on yourself. That gives you an opportunity to start practicing self-care and getting to the root cause of why you don't feel like you deserve better, why you don't love yourself. Because as I keep saying, if you don't know how to love yourself, how in the world are you going to love somebody else? If you don't know how to treat yourself well, you're going to accept any kind of treatment. Come on, ladies. You all out here complaining about these men. You calling them these dusty men, these simps, these losers. They no good. But some of you knew who they were when you got with them. Some of you knew they was dusties. Some of you knew they was losers. Some of you knew they was drunks or whatever. Some of you knew their habits and you still accepted them because you wanted them so bad. Some of you already knew these men's reputation. When a man's reputation precede him and you already know, oh, well, you know, he got 5 women with children for him and this man has a reputation of he's a non-committal type guy. You knew that when you got with him that he's had, we know, 5 other relationships that he couldn't commit to. He's just left a string of babies alone. You knew that. You knew that. So don't you be whining and crying when you get pregnant and he walk away and move on to the next girl. You knew that reputation followed this guy. You knew this was a man with a reputation of putting his hands on women because you already done pulled this jacket. You done seen that he's been in and out of the county jail for domestic, and you still chose him. You know this guy been in and out of prison. You know what he went to prison for. So when he come and move in with you and he's doing that same old thing, why are you complaining? Some of you women, I'm sorry, but you know what you got. You know what you got. You know he don't have a legal job. You know he's a hustler. Some of you even supply him with his habits, money for his habits. You give him money. You feed them. They move into your place and now you expect this guy to be a responsible, stand-up guy and a good man, a leader of the family, and a king. Girl, every man that's out there is not a king because he don't exhibit a king behavior. And you sitting around talking about he's mistreating you. Girl, go sit down somewhere with all of that. You knew what you was getting. Stop all of your whining and complaining. Own your part of this mess and you do better as a woman. Some of you women, y'all got such low self-esteem and self-worth that you accept any man who shows you any attention, knowing full well he ain't no good for you. He might be good for somebody else, but you know this person is not good for you. You become his mother. You become his woman. You become his maid. You are now his bank. You the loan company. His only job is to just show up and come home to you. And be a person that warms your bed. He know that's his only job. If he takes care of that, you gonna do the rest. So why are you complaining? Now you fussing and fighting and yelling at him because he ain't been home in 3 days. You know the bills due. Well, he ain't been paying no bills, girl. You know that. You're yelling at him, you're bleaching his clothes, you're throwing his games all out the door, busting up his Xbox and PlayStation. He don't care about that. And you want to know why? Because his other woman doing the same thing. He probably got 3 or 4 of you out there on rotation that he's doing this to. When he mess up here with you, he got the next woman already lined up. You know you can always come home, babe. And he go over there for 3 or 4 weeks. And then when she get tired of him, he go on to the next one. Ladies, y'all complaining about something that you are a part of. You're a part of. There's a quote, and I love to hear Judge Lynn Tollier say this. And the quote is, never let a man show you twice that he don't want you. He's shown you who he is. And going back to Dr. Maya Angelou's quote, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. The first time that guy acts out and misbehaves, that's basically who he is. Especially, this is a guy over 30, over 40, over 50, and not to mention the men in their 60s. I'm going to just say what somebody said in an email. Pastor KZ, I'm 65 and I got a dusty man, and he's 62 years old running around like he's a teenager. So, they've shown you, men of that age, I'm going to just keep it 100. I don't believe a man 40 and up, and if he's acting like he's a teenager and misbehaving and he can't commit to a woman and he got a whole bunch of women and running around acting like he's some big time playboy and stuff. If he ain't over 9 figures in that income bracket, nobody really coming for him like that. Let's just be real, men. Y'all in y'all 60s and 70s, you know, some of you, let's just be honest. You're really not bringing it like you used to. You know, y'all say, don't let the snow on the rooftop fool you. Well, a lot of y'all shaving your head now. But some of you, you know, you're not doing what you was doing when you was in your 20s and 30s. So you walking around like you the prize, men. And you latch on to some of these women who are low self-worth, low self-esteem. They're going to allow you to come in and do that kind of stuff. But a real man, he won't let a woman. He will not allow a woman to take care of him. Now, I got to give Minister Louis Farrakhan his props on that. When he spoke, he said, men, you sitting around here talking about, oh, my woman take care of me. She buy me clothes. She do everything for me. He said a real man won't let a woman do things for him like that. A real man provides. A real man feel bad when he don't have nothing to bring to a woman. A real man feels bad when he unemployed and he can't find a job and he out there trying his hardest. A real man feels bad. He said, but now you got some of these dusty guys out there, they think it's okay that the woman works. It's okay that your woman going to 2 jobs and you laying up there ain't doing nothing. You not sick and you not just having a rough time, but you got your resume out and you getting up every day going on interviews. That's a difference. It's a difference. That's like I said yesterday. Women don't mind helping men who are trying to help themselves. But some of you guys sitting up here just laying up on women and just running from woman to woman. And also some of you men that have your little pockets full of money and feel like you can just buy women. How is that going to help you in the end? You're doing immature stuff. You're around here with all of this money, floating it around, spending it, partying it. At some point, the party stops. Some of you men out there, and I'm going to just keep it 100 with what the ladies say. One lady in the email said, Pastor KZ, I got a man. He just turned 62 years old. Do you know he don't even have a life insurance policy? See, you running around talking about, oh, my paper straight, my money straight, and you don't even have a life insurance policy. So when you leave this earth, they got to put up a GoFundMe or somebody got to figure out how to bury you. See, your priorities messed up, man. That's what the women are saying. You are acting like you're acting like you a man, but you really a boy because you haven't prioritized your basic needs, such as not only life insurance. Some of you men don't even have health insurance. You walk around like you don't never think you're gonna get sick. Look at how many people have gotten sick and gone on home who had lots and lots of money, but didn't have things that you basic things that we're taught. Some of us are taught, make sure you got a health insurance plan. Make sure you got life insurance. Make sure you got a few dollars stashed away for an emergency fund. There are men out there right now, and some of these married men out there, if their wives say, babe, we need $1,000, and he ain't even got that in his savings account. There are married men out there whose wives are struggling. That's just a fact. And this is what the week has been all about. Men, it's not that they don't love you. They just don't understand why y'all won't grow up. They don't understand why y'all can't treat them better. But they see some men out there doing right by women. They see some men out there doing right by their children. They see some men out there who have ambition, who have motivation, who takes initiative and get things done. You know how many women living in homes with their husbands and the house falling apart? There's some men out there, they don't even look at their wife's car and see her tires. She needs tires on her car. This is what the women are saying. What kind of man are you that you don't even go get your woman's oil changed? You don't make sure her car is in good mechanical, repair. You don't do little things around the house. You ain't put a coat of paint on the house. Little things such as the door hinges, different things need repairing. The screen door falling down. And you walk in the house every day and you don't see this, man. This is what the women are saying. And then you wonder why your wife goes to someone else. It's bad when I got wives emailing me saying they got to go get some other man on the outside to give them money or call a repairman to do plumbing, to do things that their husband too lazy to do. Some of you men, y'all be shaming yourself. I'm going to just be ironically incorrect. You should be ashamed of yourself, how you treat these women. You should be ashamed. How do you feel good about yourself as a man? You want to pump your chest and knock your chest and say, I'm the man, I'm daddy. You ain't daddy. Because for some of these women, they daddies took care of the house. You not daddy. And it's a shame some of these women, they got with men who are the total opposite of their daddies and granddaddies. Because some of them had good daddies. Some of them had good granddaddies. Some of them saw what a real man does and just so happened to choose one who didn't ever learn those things. That's all the women are saying, men. They're not saying they don't love you. They're not saying they don't want you to be kings. They're not saying they just want to disrespect you and be over you and be authoritarian figures over the man. That's not what these women are saying. These emails and these sessions all this week, these women are crying out for help. These women are literally begging you, men, to come to them the right way. Be real with them when you come to them. Be honest with them. And if you don't come up to the standards you should as a man, do them a favor and go to the next woman. All some of these wives are saying is, husbands, y'all need to step your game up. Or you gonna lose your wife. She might still be in the house with you, but her heart is gone from you. And you know what? When a woman gets fed up, y'all know that's a song, but that's more than a song. That's a true statement. When a woman gets fed up, she's fed up. And when a woman leaves you, she didn't leave you for no reason. A lot of men, y'all say, oh, I don't know why she left. Oh, you know why she left. All she did was complain all the time. That's why she left. Because the things she was complaining about, you didn't take care of. You didn't improve on. You didn't do better. And I am just throwing it out to you today and all this week. As I said, I'm not taking sides. I'm just giving some thoughts and opinions about what these women have been saying. I too am a woman, and there are things I know I just can't put up with. I will not. I choose not to. And you know what? That's within my rights to say, this not working for me. You need to do better. Y'all just be real and be honest and know what you want. Because, Pastor KZ, I'm going to just keep it 100 with you and be transparent. I don't like people wasting my time. And I just don't deal with men who I know already, you wasting my time. So I'm very honest and frank with them in the past before I got married. This not going nowhere. It's just not. This not going to work for me. Now, not that you're a bad guy or a bad dude, but you're not the one for me. You don't fit me. And that's okay, women, for you to say that. Those of you who are still single. Those of you who are married, I am married. And I am happy in my marriage, but I already know, as my husband will tell you up front, he'll tell you, she told me day one what she would tolerate and what was not allowed, and she stood by it. And that's what you got to do. Say what you mean, as my grandmother say, and mean what you say. It's a way to do anything. But one thing, ladies, I will say this: stop trying to embarrass these men in public. Stop trying to get with these men thinking that you will change them. Stop trying to get with these men who tell you up front, I am not interested in marriage or a long-term relationship. I date around. I get around. So stop trying to think you going to be different and be the one to change him. He's telling you up front. So you get what you get if you continue to pursue that type of relationship. Ladies, it's all right to set the bar. It's all right for you to have standards. It's all right for you to have a type that you like. You don't have to settle for less. I am sorry, but men, y'all don't like this. But ladies, you do not have to settle for what you don't want. I'm just saying, be honest. Keep it real from the start. And don't waste nobody's time. Don't waste each other's time. Ladies, if you out here clout chasing and you trying to get with you a ball player, or you trying to get with you a rapper, and when he break your heart, you get what you get, because you know going in what kind of career he's in. He have access to a whole lot of women. Men with money, and I said this the other day, men of certain income brackets, they have their pick of the litter of women. They can pick and choose who they want. So don't be alarmed when you get tossed aside, because you may just be missed tonight. You ain't going to be the one he take home to his mom. You're not going to be the one he stand up there and marry, because you know what? Some of you don't require it. Some of you just feel like, hey, I'm going to change him. And stop, ladies. This is what I got to say. Stop being the pick me girl. Pick me, pick me. Stop looking thirsty, ladies. Stop putting all these thirst pictures on. Especially you women, I'm going to just be honest. You women 40 and up, and some of you, your body is right. You're looking good. You've aged well, just like fine wine. But guess what? When men get to see pretty much everything and they don't have to imagine anything, they ain't really capping for you. When what you present to them in all of these videos and all of these pictures y'all putting out, all they looking at is your body. Because they not listening to nothing you got to say, because you're not saying nothing. They looking at your visual. So don't get upset when they come for what you have put out in front of them visually, and then they keep it moving. Because that's all you've shown them. You ain't got to show a man everything. Let him imagine. And I've heard a lot of men say this. You ladies, the men talking about y'all. Again, the men are saying, Pastor KZ, yeah, we see all of that. But you know what? At the end of the day, we looking at a body. We ain't looking at a brain. We ain't looking at a heart. We don't care if she a good woman or not. We going to hit it and keep it moving. And if she happen to have her paper straight, we going to get some of her money. That's what the men are saying. Yeah, if she want to pay this for me, and she want to pay my child support, or she want to buy me a car, or she going to let me move in her mansion, I'm going to do just that. If I'm just saying. That's what the men's saying. Ladies, do better. I heard your complaints, and we're going to broach some more of your emails at another time. Next week, we're going to be talking about what the men's saying and what the men want. And again, get focused. Find some balance. Everybody that wants to be loved, you got to love yourself first. So fall in love with yourself. Learn how to date yourself. Learn to understand yourself. Know what you need and what you desire, but also know what you don't want and what you will not put up with. Y'all have a great weekend. See you back soon.